Good morning, everyone. It's Rev Deanna Cox here with our midweek reflection for this week. Sorry I'm a bit late. I was actually doing some pastoral support this morning, and it actually has helped me process some of what I wanted to say today, because I kind of hung up from that thinking, oh right, I have to do the mid-morning reflection and I have nothing to say. And then all of a sudden all these ideas just came whoosh. So I tried to file them. Okay, let's use this for Sunday and this for the midweek reflection. And so hopefully I don't take you down too many rabbit trails as I remember which way was which. First of all, I want to start off with two celebrations. One, I am outside. I am walking. I am taking care of myself. So I hope that you are finding ways to do that too, because not just in this pastoral visit, but in all the things I do, I am keenly aware how burnt out we all are on so many levels. And so we need to take care of ourselves. And I think it was last midweek reflection or in church or something, I don't know. Anyways, it was one last time I said, it was a quote by somebody in Alaska that lives in a cave, and he said, get out and face the cold. And I think that not just the cold, whatever it is, like, we need to get out and face this. I'm not telling you to break protocols or anything. I'm just telling you to get out there and do what you need to do to foster your well-being, because that's important. And so for me today, it's getting outside. So, win! The other win that I wanted to share with you is actually a tech win. Last night, the Daysland Pastoral Charge, so Daysland and Roseland, they had a board meeting, and we had some in person and some online, and it worked. I'm so excited. So in the battle between Deanna and the tech, you can put one in the Deanna column. So I'm super stoked about that and looking forward to experimenting with that method to make sharing worship services a little more simply online. So super stoked about that. And also last night at the board meeting, first of all, have a look. Isn't that beautiful? And yes, I know there's also a very beautiful walking trail in Daysland too, around the golf course. I quite love it there. And a little more sheltered than this one, so I hope the wind isn't wreaking havoc on my mic too badly. But yes, so one of the things that was brought up at the board meeting was a survey sent out by the Northern Spirit Regional Council. And it was a whole bunch of questions about our financial history, I guess, over the past 6 years. What things have worked, what our budgets have been like, if we've been running deficit or balanced budgets, that kind of a thing. And as we were walked through the questionnaire to to help answer some of them, and also just for our own awareness. One of the questions that came up was, how many financial contributors do you have in each of the following age ranges? And one of the comments that was shared was that it's not their business, and fair enough. But the other comment that was shared was that they don't have any contributors under 55. And my response was, I think more than prying into our financials or the ages of our community was the opportunity for us to pay attention. Because then one of the other questions that we discussed is, where do you see your church in 10 years? And so if none of our contributors are under 55, or maybe even older than that, in 10 years that means they're 65. And so where does that leave us in our ministry, in our communities? And I think that's a very important question to reflect on. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we've been talking a lot about our gifts that we have, and that we're called to share them, and that we're called to join Jesus in ministry. And so it's another call to look at our ministry, to look at our gifts, and to plan for our future. I've talked before, either in person or here, I can't remember, about what kind of legacy we want our ministry to be. And it could be a legacy of a very vibrant ministry for years to come. And it could be a legacy that will live beyond the physical building or community. Who knows? But we need to think about it so that we can make it happen in a good way. And so I thought that those were good questions to think about. And I was glad that the region pushed us to think about those things. And so I want to challenge you to think about, first of all, what is ministry to you? Not your faith, but what is ministry? What is it? What does the United Church in your community mean? Is it Sunday service only? That's it? Is it having enough money to pay a minister to be there for you, to provide Sunday service and pastoral care and funerals? And that's it? Is it being able to reach out and make a difference in the community? What is ministry to you? And so then from there, what parts of that do you hope are still around in 10 years? Or in 5 years, in 10 years, and 15 years? Think to the future. What is it that you hope is here? And if that piece isn't able to be here, what legacy do you hope is left in its name, if that makes sense? It's it might feel like a heavy question, but it's also a very hope-filled question, I think, because I don't know, I don't mind thinking about our legacy. It is a very hope-filled thing, I think, to me. And then as you ponder that, get out and face the cold or face the icy sidewalks or the wind, or get out a project that fills your heart and being, whatever that is, and fill your tank as you ponder. And when you do stuff like that, amazing thought processes go out. One of the things that I learned when I was studying on my sabbatical about well-being was that rest is as much a change in activity as it is just doing nothing. And sometimes when you change an activity or you do something that fills your cup or engages your body, it allows another piece of you to work in the background and either restore and heal or enlighten. And so, get out and take care of yourself and dream of the future in hope-filled ways, and then share with me what comes of it. I would love to talk with you about our ministry and what you see it being. So, with that, I will leave you. Have a most blessed day wherever you are. I am here in this gorgeous, warm for an Alberta winter, but a little bit blustery today. And so I encourage you to get out and encounter life and living wherever you are at. Take care. God bless.